Hi, Degens. Degen Ninja here. Today I've got TRADEDOC with me today on the show. Welcome.
What up?
So yeah, today we're just going to do a weekly dive into crypto weekly trends for the coming week. Now, I've marked up on the charts for certain crypto coins, and we'll start with Bitcoin. I've got buying zones around 38.5 to 38.7K. So that corresponds to fibs 0.71 and below. Now, my tick profit zones for the week, I'm aiming for 43K plus for my first TP target. And then hopefully if it surges above 47K, I will take some profit off the table. That will be my second TP target. Now we'll just deep dive into the charts. So I'm just going to bring up Bitcoin. Bitcoin. That is on the, I think that's on the daily actually. On the daily chart, you can see why I put the TP targets where I did. There's a strong set of equal highs just above 43K or thereabouts. And then the next lot of significant equal highs liquidity zone is around that 45K mark. So normally I give another a K or two for a take profit just in case they want to take out the short squeeze the shorts. So that is the macro chart for Bitcoin. You can see that I've pulled the fibs on the swing low to swing high there. I'll actually just phase out and go down to so that is the swing low of the last week, around that 37.5. Swing high top is about 42.5. Pulled the fibs zones from the swing low to swing high, and that's how I get my entries there, around about 0.71 fibs or below. Anything below that is sort of like a Black Friday discount. You can see that we've got this candle here, this massive institutional candle of significance over here, which was probably that last big dip that we had a week and a half ago or so. So this is where I'm looking to enter. I don't know. I hadn't marked the risk to reward, but you can see the
yeah, it's like a 7.
Actually, I should just auto it there. Auto.
Oh, 1 for 7.
So auto it again. So I'll enter in around that 38.7K or below, and that will give me a risk to reward of about 1 to 7 to the 45K.
Yeah.
The 43K is sort of your TP1 target, which is like your safer target, which is just above the last swing high. You can see some equal highs there around the zone, liquidity zone here, right here, where it's got like a flat line. So that will be your safer target for the week. If it doesn't kind of surge past there, if it remains range bound, I'll probably take some on the table about 43K. But yeah, this is definitely where I would look to end 38.5. And
38.5 from where we are now is this good to short? Is that 38.5 or 38.7?
Yeah, except I would have entered my shorts yesterday morning, which would have been sort of like Saturday US evening when that short setup happened on the ABC.
Right.
But if you haven't shorted, I wouldn't really short now, just because the risk to reward's a lot lower now. But yeah, definitely look for shorts at the start or into the weekend, around the Saturday night US time, or my Sunday Australian morning. That's the best time to look for a short. And usually maxes out and then it starts to plateau off and do its Wyckoff distribution and then a retest and then a dump, which is what happened overnight, or on the
Still
daytime
holding at
today on a
41.
Sunday, for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's still holding at 41, but it's a little slippery, especially this
Yeah. I
reconstruction.
definitely won't enter any longs right now. I'm expecting it sort of just to retrace overnight US tonight, and then probably look sometime tomorrow US Open, which is night time over here in Australia. So that's the Bitcoin. So Ethereum, I'm looking to buy below 2.6K. That's my premium entry. Sell zones above 3K, so 3.1K TP1 target, 3.3K plus TP2 target. I'll just show that on the charts quickly. Hopefully I've marked it out properly. Yeah, I have. So that's Ethereum on the 4 hour. So I've done the same thing. I have I've pulled my fibs from the swing low of last week to the swing high of the recent on the Friday night or Saturday morning when it peaked out at about 3K. So that brings me to a fibs retracement entry of about 0.786 fibs is 2.6K Ethereum roughly, plus or minus. So I'll look for entry around this candle here, open a position, maybe split my risks, my lot sizes around here. Stop loss would be sort of anything below 2.5K, that just below the swing low there. And I will be looking to go long above these lot of equal highs, as you can see on the charts there, bro. So if I bring that to a daily time frame, you should be able to see the liquidity zones. See how the first lot of liquidity, it's still around this, where the dollar sign is here.
Yeah.
This line about 3K, sort of like equal high with the swing high candles of the last swing high.
Yeah. And
then my ultimate target is around here, bro. This swing high around 3.2 to 3.3K to the left here. So that was another equal high created from a previous swing top.
Right.
So I expect it to sort of go there in the coming weeks. Might not be this week. Definitely a TP2 target for me on the longer scheme of things. But in range, will be about 3K for this week. Probably end of this week, I'll be targeting the 3K, the closed partials on any swings.
So basically, you're looking for entries on the lows, pretty much for this week. You're just like kind of staying out of it and waiting for the price to come in.
Yeah. I mean, on the 4 hours moving quite slow, but as you can see that on the slower time frame, this retracement here would have been an ABC, Wyckoff, retest, distribution, dump, retest, dump, which was what happened overnight for us, earlier today for you guys, or yesterday I should say, as that's a 4 hour chart. So
and it looks like it has a little bit ways to go, like you said, to 26 or even a little lower.
I mean, that's a safer entry, on a smaller time frame, like a 15-minute chart or hour one chart, you probably have a slightly higher entry than that, because obviously if you're trading up at hour 4, it's going to take a longer time to get to your premium zones. So we'll move over next to the altcoins. Got Luna there. Buy zones below $84. That's the first entry for me, and then I'll add to my longs below $79. I've got take profit zones around 95 plus for my first TP target, and on the sort of weekly time frame, like several weeks or monthly target, will be anything over $104. I'll just show that on the charts. Back to my KUCOIN, jump on Luna. Okay, I haven't marked out Luna, have I?
So that looks pretty bullish.
Yeah, but I will actually try and so basically I'll pull some fibs on it. I must have missed this one out, but swing low to swing high. So I'm just going to do this, basically that. That's on a daily time frame, I think. I'll just swap it to the L4. So pull on that on a smaller time frame. Obviously, as you saw on the daily chart, on a longer monthly retracement, there's a target below $60 sometime in the future, probably in the next month or two, but won't get that low in the meantime, I don't think. So that's my fibs on the L4. So you're looking at entry around just around the 81.70, that candle here of reference, obviously on L4. On the L1, if you want to time it more precise or more tighter entry, it'll be somewhere around $80, $79 to $80, sort of in the middle of this body of this institutional candle here. So it will be somewhere around here. So obviously the see how this is the swing higher was that created by that hype with the BTC reserves for Luna. That was around 104 to 105, which is my second TP target. So if I scroll out a bit on that chart here, so on a 4 hour for the week, I'm just going to scroll over here. So that would be this equal high would be my target over here, around that $94, $95 mark. By Friday, end of the week, aim for 95. Hopefully it will come down to around this candle here, which is the 84, below 84. Below 84 is sort of like the intra-week play. The $79 to $80 entry is sort of like your maybe multi-week kind of play. So for the intra-week, I'm probably looking around 84.5 or so. I'm expecting it to sort of retrace down here and then go up to the next wave, because I don't think we've finished our wave count yet on the Elliott waves.
Okay.
Still going up, I think. Still going up, I think. So yeah, I'm looking at 95 minimum for the end of the week. So that's about a $10 gap there. I won't pull the risk to reward now, just for time's sake. So that's Luna. What else haven't we done? AVAX.
Yeah.
So AVAX, looking for buy zones below $80, and a longer multi-week play would be about $71 to $73 on the daily chart. Take profit targets $93 plus, and then the next lot of liquidity area would be the $100 mark, which was a higher swing high from a couple of weeks back, probably about a month or two ago, early in the year. So I will bring that chart up too, just so that you guys can see what's going on there. Got it on L4, obviously. So yeah, that is a sort of a multi-week play. I don't think it's going to come down to the 71, 73 this week. This candle might be in play for the intra week, so that's why I said $79 to $80. This candle here, Marcus.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
Come down here, test this body candle, maybe inside the body somewhere around that 50%, and then go boom up to 93 plus for the end of this week is my first TP target.
All right.
And then
so you don't think it's going to go retest the lows that we had like the last couple of weeks?
Probably not this week. This swing low candle here, this area is a premium entry for a multi-week entry. I think it's gonna kind of go up like this, and then it might dump at a later stage in the month, and retest this area here. In which case you get a 1 to 12,
Okay.
You enter here and get out 94. That's still 1 to 12 risk to reward. And it's a lot higher if you go for the 104 target, which is sort of the daily chart on the sort of in the monthly play here. See how there's an equal high there?
Yeah.
On that, and then you kind of go back here. Here's this 140 in play, but that's sort of like a multi-month play.
Right.
That all-time high created, where you see this Wyckoff pattern max out, break of structure, retest, dump. So that 140 is probably a later in the year type, multi-month target. I won't target that far out. $100 is the next lot of equal highs created from the 2 swing tops ago. So as you can see on the daily chart there. So that was back in mid-February where that high was reached, about $100.
Right.
So that's well over 1 to 12 risk to reward. If you stretch it out, I think it's probably about 1 to 20 at least. So that's more your longer term play for the month. So monthly play. What other altcoin haven't I covered now? Let's see. I think that's all for today actually. So that's technical analysis for the week for the top 5 altcoins. Obviously, you follow a similar strategy and TA charting methods for other coins that you may have, but this gives a good macro idea of where crypto is going. Just because these 5 coins are in the top 10, of the market cap. So it will give you a good range of where things are at. And the reason why we want to trade these coins is there's utility use for DeFi, Phantom, AVAX, Luna. They've got big ecosystems going. So even if let's say you buy some coin at a price and it does dip below your entry, chances are that risk is stacked in your favor and it's likely to rebound from those lows where you enter. Like, don't FOMO in right now, or like, if you FOMO'd in a 92 on the weekend, I mean, obviously you're down almost $8, it's 84 now, So obviously if you FOMO'd in here, that would have been the wrong thing to do, because if you watched some of my TikTok videos on TA analysis, one of the tricks or trading hacks that we have got is you always look for taking profit towards the end of the week. When weekend is in, or just before the weekend, you should be looking to take profits off the table and get out of some interweek or intra-week swings. So that's my strategy. Always have flexibility and liquidity when you're swinging, especially, like if it's gained, from that swing low of 65 to 92, that's a big swing, on a week, in a week, You don't really expect it to just go one way straight up to, $100 or $98, The charts kind of move in waves, up, down, up, down, up, down, create a higher high, a higher low, higher high, higher low, like that. So we're on a retracement leg right now. So just be patient in the next coming days. Hopefully you'll find a good entry at the start of this week. But for Luna, definitely nothing above 85, 84 below. Definitely.
Yeah, it's looking like 70s, 71s there.
71s is sort of your daily chart. I mean, it might not come into play, like 4 hours, sort of like my intra week.
Right.
So I might play off this candle here. I might play off this candle here.
Yeah.
It'll come down, retest this area, and then maybe go up a leg, and then it might look to dump later on in the month, like another week, and later in the month, or maybe next month. It'll retest here somewhere. But then it's sort of like setting your alarm bells, alerts for here, when it's getting near the zone, you know, to place your longs or buy some coin or margin over here, or spot even if you're less risky, you know, and you're pretty safe. Or what I do is selling puts when it's near the money as it comes down to here, lock in, selling puts. And if I get exercise, all good. If I don't, I bank my gains in USD as well. You know what I mean? Play it two ways. And then obviously when it gets above 93, start selling calls on crypto. You know, like if it does exercise, you know, there's a good chance it's going to come back, retrace down to at least this $81 mark, you know, for Luna. And then I'll be looking for longs coming back around the zone, or I might sell some puts for this Friday, end of this week, probably, as it comes more closer to the money. So yeah, that's all I've got for you guys for crypto weekly trends and analysis for the coming up week. Nice having you on the show, Marcus. Any feedback or
yeah, pretty much wrapping up. You're pretty much saying, if you're not in, kind of stay out, wait for your targets to come in. You're pretty much waiting for the end of the pullback to happen to go long. But as far as short, you're not really looking to short.
Yeah, I would have done
probably
short.
Risk to the downside.
I would have done the shorts around here, about that 42.5. That would have been yesterday morning Australian, or yesterday nighttime US. So this point here corresponds to this candle over here, this institutional candle where there was a pullback in the recent past.
So 68, you're saying anything under 60, I mean 39.
Yeah, well, for the short entry yesterday would have been corresponding to this candle over here on to the left.
Right, I'm just saying, like, you're waiting for the end of the pullback, which it would be good entry. We'll start.
Yeah, this might be a multi-week play though. This might be more than this week. It might be like a 2 to 3 week play to come all the way back to 38. If you want to play on a shorter time frame, this is the candle here. It's sort of the local swing low here.
I see. Yeah.
Where's that 40, about 40K, 40.5 or under. But you know, there's a 50-50 chance it could retrace below this support line because it's liquidity building up here. It just shows in the recent past that there's a lot of buys or people going long down here. So whales could look to break that, which is why I'm saying this is not the best entry. But if you're on the shorter time frame, it might be one to base it off, you know, looking for that 40K entry and then going above.
What's that moving average in purple you got there? Is that the 200?
What was that?
What's that moving average in purple? That line that's kind of like building on.
I could look for you. Objects tree. I think it might be the 30-day. It's still default on TradingView. Normally I have 50-day, 200-day, you know, on a daily chart. That just gives me a rough idea of where macro is at. Obviously, we're on a 4-hour or 1-hour chart. There's not much point putting a 200 EMA on there, or 50. Probably put a 50 or 30-day EMA, but not much point putting a 200 on because it's not going to show. Yep. So that's pretty much all from me on this weekly show. We'd like to have you guys on board, tuning in and watching this. We're just trying to share as much technical analysis and insight. Obviously, it's not financial advice. Do your own research. This is just our views on the market. Do your own due diligence as well. And we do have investments in crypto, just to disclose that as well. So that's all from us, really. Like, share, subscribe if you find this information helpful, and we'll see you in the next week's episode. Adios.